Hello, welcome to I Have a Voice.
Good
Today,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning to you.
So today we are talking about love lessons. Yes,
Mm.
7 ways to improve your marriage. And do you need to be married to benefit from this? No, it's 7 ways to improve any important relationship to you. So apply these principles. We're going to get through these 7. And the 7th one is a surprise. So you want to get to the 7th one because I know my wife will have a lot to say about it, and she doesn't even know what it is.
No, I have no idea what it is. Is it 7 ways you're going to improve on our marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's good. So it's for everybody. So today's love lessons. Have you ever had a course in school that says we're going to teach you how to be a great husband or a great wife? No, not. And so we all need to learn as we go and learn our lessons. And so we decided we're going to give you a crash course today. So we're going to get right into it.
Consider we like each other.
Yeah. How long we've been married?
30 years and 6 months.
6 months. And how would you describe our marriage?
Oh, let's see. How would I describe our marriage? I would describe it is friendship. It's fun. It's loving. It's romantic.
Oh, that's nice.
It's caring. It's encouraging.
Well, that's covering it there.
Yeah, and it's very challenging.
Challenging.
Yeah, we challenge with we don't fight. We challenge one another.
No, when you have two people that are very strong-minded, it creates challenges, but we make out okay.
Yeah,
we do fine.
Challenges is good. Somebody's lying if nobody's challenging the other person.
Yeah, especially in today's climate. Like if someone disagrees with you, cancel. No.
Divorce.
Look, honor is so important, and we'll get into that. So let's.
What you got going on, dude?
Let's jump into the first one. I think she'll like this one.
Yeah.
The first strategy or way to improve your marriage is you need to go on a digital detox and a spousal restock.
What is this?
What do you mean by that? Look, you got to put the phone down.
Yeah.
You got to put the iPad down.
But now when you're watching, I have a voice.
No.
I'm joking.
Look, when you have to practice putting your phone down when you're together with your spouse.
Yep.
And
what first time you got a BlackBerry?
Yeah.
What it was called, a BlackBerry? I tell you, if you didn't stop touching that thing, I was gonna throw it out the car window. Yeah, if you give your phone more attention than your woman, you got problems. Oh no, that woman ain't happy.
Yeah.
No, or if you give, or the man ain't happy either, huh?
No.
I don't even know where my phone is right now.
Where's my pretty woman?
You see the top of their head. No.
So you really need to intentionally work on, especially in the evening time when you get home from work. I know you unwind, maybe social media and so forth, but go on a digital detox when you're with your spouse and just intentionally put the phone down and connect and relate. Connect and relate.
Yeah, I'm going there. Do not touch your phone during sex. Do not. You will be in trouble. Do not, either one of you.
Let's jump into number 2.
He's laughing, no phone.
Number 2 is, and this one's for me. I really wrote this for me.
Oh, you did? What you wrote?
Accept the influence of your partner.
Yes.
Look, I don't know why it's so hard sometimes.
Oh, it's so true.
To accept the influence or the suggestions. Honey, cook this way. Or you're doing it like this. Clean this like this. There's something, I don't know, it just gets under my skin. Don't tell me what to do. Even if I'm doing it horribly, don't tell me what to do. Now, I might take that from
anybody.
My mentor, Ed Savoso could tell me, let's do, I'm the open book.
Oh, yeah.
But why is it different from my wife? Look, that's just a question. Give me your theory. Tell us why it's hard to accept the influence of a spouse. I don't know if that's a man thing or if it's a woman thing or if it's both, but I think Put it in the comments.
For you, it's very difficult because I can tell you something and then somebody else says something and you do it like 10 seconds. Me, it's like 7 years ago I said to do that. 7 years ago I had this idea. Oh, well, I don't know.
Look, if you're a man and you relate to that it's hard to accept the influence of your spouse, just write, yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. But we really need to work on that. I mean, oftentimes when HollyKem tells me
a suggestion,
now I think it's in the delivery too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, men don't like tone.
I've told her, I said, look, it's really helpful when you ask me as opposed to tell me. Hey, would you mind doing it this way? Or would you do that? There's something about a question that's so much better than a command. A command requires obedience.
Oh, he does not like obedience.
Well, in certain contexts, I do. But a question is a lot softer form. So when you're approaching your spouse.
But if you're about to burn something, sometimes a question ain't going to work because we ain't no supper.
Look out for the car. Honey, do you think you'll concentrate a little better so you don't hit that car that's coming?
Who's got time for that? The car's about to hit us.
So number 2 is definitely accept the influence of your partner. And as a caveat to that, it's important to remember you are friends and not enemies.
That's right.
It's true. You know, I tell my clients that all the time. I said, I want you to stop, look at each other and say, you are my friend. You are not my enemy.
That's right.
And look, you are my friend. You are not my enemy. Look,
right.
I don't know what the psychology is. I'm supposed to know. But sometimes, and then maybe you can relate to this, that the person that you love so much can, on a dime, you can start interpreting and seeing them, not as your partner, not as your friend, but as your enemy. And when I see you as my enemy, it's all on. And then you see me as an enemy, and it's all on. And so look and see or remind yourself that your spouse is what? Your friend and not your enemy.
I know I used to have my clients put a note on their refrigerator. My spouse is my friend and not my enemy. Because in the kitchen, sometimes it can look like a boxing match.
I forgot to tell you, one of my clients that saw this said how helpful it was, the suggestion you had about journaling what's going on the inside. And it's got this whole, I mean, it was really helpful. Oh, so you get, HollyKem gives these really practical tips. So put that on your refrigerator.
I'm simply anointed. That's why I'm anointed for simplicity.
My spouse is my friend and not my enemy. Let's look at number 3.
What you got?
Become a great listener.
Yes, this is I'll go here.
Go ahead.
This is very, very important because this is why people fight. This is why people get into it. It's because when you are hearing someone say something and you jump on one of the words that they said, you have not heard the whole thing. I'm not saying that you agree with what they're saying. All I'm saying is that you are not hearing the message. Okay. So it's just like watching a TV show and you missed the plot because you left, you went to the bathroom, you came back, you talking, you getting on your phone and you're like, oh, what happened? Well, in listening, you have to listen to the whole thing, whatever that person's saying. And then you have to say, did I hear you correctly? This is what I heard you say. And once they say yes or no, let them fix it. If it's no, then you can respond. But if you respond before you got the message, or you make a commentation, or how do you say it? Like a
commentary?
Yeah, a commentary. Thank you very much.
All right.
A commentary on a TV show, and you haven't seen the whole show. Well, you're going to look like an idiot. Okay, sorry. So you don't want to look like an idiot in your relationships. You want to be able to hear what your spouse is saying, and then you respond. That way, you only respond to what you're hearing. You don't respond to one word or half of a comment, because now we're fighting over that and we're not even going to get to where we need to be, which could take like 15 minutes to 30 versus 2 days. Yeah.
Become a good listener. Do you know?
And you're never lonely. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey.
Go ahead.
As I'm not listening to you.
She shut me down.
I shut you down. But this is very important. Okay. I was always lonely. Okay. Always lonely. As a child, as in my first marriage, I was lonely. Okay. And one day I'm sitting in my office and I realized I'm not lonely anymore. Why am I not lonely? This is like amazing to me. It's just like vanished. No, it didn't vanish, because I listened and listened and listened to all the people that came in my office. I really wanted to know who they were. I listened to everything they said. I give them an eraser. I say, here's an eraser. If I say something that you didn't say and I didn't hear you correctly, erase it and fix it for me, because I really want to know what your heart's saying, what your head's saying, what your pain's saying. I really want to know. So in that process, what I received was no loneliness, because I was listening.
That's good.
It was awesome. It is awesome.
Yeah. You know, often what happens is that especially if you're uncomfortable with the topic, you begin formulating a response before the person finishes talking. And so in order to become a really good listener, you have to really focus on shutting that down and being able to hear the entire thought that the person is speaking. I find that validation of what's going on with the other person by good listening actually decreases as opposed to escalates.
Definitely.
When we don't hear the other person, that's when arguments start to escalate.
Yeah. Because people get louder.
They get louder.
Because they want to be heard.
So when HollyKem's really irritated with me, if I say, I can see that you're really upset with me, and this is why, and I explain to her what she just said, it actually decreases the fire.
Yes.
Right. The intensity.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about
gasoline on it.
I'm not talking about a holy fire. I'm talking about
That's right.
I'm talking about the fire that comes from below, not above, you know. So it's so important to really work on being a good listener. And you can do this. It's just really shutting down and trying to hear what the person is saying in their mind and in their heart, and being able to reflect that back just like a mirror.
Yes.
So
yes.
One of the questions I have for you, and I want you to share it in the chat there, is, are you a better listener or are you a better talker?
That's good.
Let us know what you are, because whatever one you are, you need to work on the opposite.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have a voice. If you're very quiet and just listen. And then if you're a big talker, look, shut it down a little bit. Let other people have a chance. Learn to be a good listener. Let's look at number 4. Y'all ready for number 4?
Yeah.
She said 7. It's going to take us all night.
No, I said you're going to hog the camera.
No, you took the last one.
I know, but I didn't know. I said you have 7. 7. Oh my God, I'm never going to get to say anything.
Look, to improve your relationship, you need to have quality time. So number 4 is establish a consistent date night. Yeah, establish a consistent date night.
Yes.
Especially if you have children.
Oh, yeah.
You know, now that Moses is 22 years old and
but we do like to be together.
Yeah, we love to be together.
And he likes to be with us.
But we spend a lot of time together, and it's a lot easier. It's like the early part of our relationship. But when you have young children and you're constantly caught up with their needs, which are endless,
yes.
Like our friends Frank and Kathleen. Hey, Frank. So it's endless. It's endless. So you need to make it a priority to plan a date night. You know, when I was in the seminary, I was really serious. I was very serious. I studied a lot. And we had a class that I couldn't stand.
What was it?
It was a class on Friday morning at 10:30. It was called Forced Fun.
Oh, you would have.
And you had to shut everything down, and you just had to do something for fun. You had to go play basketball.
Told me about this class.
Yeah, force fun. And it was interesting though, is that what I learned was that, and I needed fun. I needed to relax. But if you don't plan it, if you have a really busy schedule, it's not going to get done. No. It's the same with time with your spouse. Mm-hmm. When you have children, if you don't plan it, it's not going to get done. So establish a consistent date night.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tom, the guy that does Tom's shoes, forgot his name, but anyway, he was being interviewed, and the guy was talking to him about his schedule and how does he do everything, because like if he's going to ship a bunch of shoes to Honduras or a different country, it's a lot of logistics, and it's not just somebody buying a pair of shoes, it's a whole bunch of things. So he said one of the things that I do is on my calendar I write in exactly when I'm going to spend time with my wife and when I'm going to spend time with my kids and my wife. And the guy goes, well, why would you write it in your calendar? He said, because whatever in my calendar gets done. And whatever in my calendar is important. And so if my wife's name's on there on Wednesday at 11 a.m., I'm not taking another call. I'm not doing anything. Because if it was the CEO or the president of Honduras, I would take that call. So she's more important than those people.
That's good.
And he puts his wife's name down. Then he puts his children and his wife, whatever, family time. And he said, that is just not an option not to be there.
Am I in your calendar?
You and everything. Actually used to, yeah. But if we have something like this, I write this down, I kind of do write you down.
I have no complaints there, hon.
I think, yeah. But in that, I think that some people think, oh, that's not important. No, it is important. It really is important. And it doesn't have to be fancy. Yeah. We're not talking about fancy. We're talking about quality. Okay. Quality could be that we put the kids to bed, we both help out, we both do the dishes, and we're going to have, we got a little dessert, or we're going to do a little tea, and we're going to sit down and we're going to watch our own little show, or we're going to play a card game. I don't know what you're going to do, but if that's what you can do, especially with COVID, like you create something to spend time together.
Yeah.
Be friends. Be friends.
It's good. Number 5, do a daily check-in. What that means, excuse me. What that means is that if you're married or you're in a relationship, and in the evening, have a time, consistent time, say 8 p.m., 9 p.m., say it's 9 p.m., is you would do a check-in for that day. And what that means is you would share 3 experiences that occurred that day and how you felt about it with your spouse.
That's good.
So it could be, when I got the bid at work, I felt excited. When my boss got on me about this, I was upset. Whatever it is, it's when blank happened, I felt blank. What's important about the second part, I felt, is that you don't want to just relay facts, but you want to relay how it impacted your heart. That's a whole nother level of connection, is to not only say what happened specifically, but also what happened in your heart. Whenever I have new couples come in and they want to work on communication, I always give this every night. Have a consistent time where you do your check-in and you share 3 experiences that day that you've had and how you felt about them. Start practicing that, write it down, and start doing that with your spouse. And it'll be amazing. That simple exercise will start open up channels of connection that are really beautiful.
Yeah. Because I know for us, what we do is the minute we see each other is, how was your day, honey? How was your sessions, honey? What did you do today? Did you, and then we always used to do it dinner, and we don't do it as much because we just do it automatically now. But when Moses was little, we would always say, what was the worst thing happened to you today? And what was the best thing that happened to you today? And that's another way to do it too, because you know what you didn't like and you know what you liked. And then that also, because it's, what affects you affects your day.
Yeah.
What affects you affects your night. And what affects you affects your relationship. So, who else would you want to tell when something is fantastic and you want to celebrate, and something that has, been a Debbie Downer for you?
Yeah. So what happened on the outside is the fact, but how it impacted you on the inside is the really significant communication. I heard one person define one time the word intimacy.
Oh,
and I was thinking,
that's my thing.
And what does it mean?
Into me, you see. Into me, you see. So that means I allow you to see who I am.
Yeah.
And that's how we have intimacy.
I communicate in a way that you see what's going on inside of me, in my heart. And that creates connection.
Yes.
Look, guys, you need to learn to do this. Look, that's not part of our toolbox often that we're given. But you start communicating what's going on and how it's impacted your heart. Your wife's going to be, oh, he's such a great husband. I love him. And tonight is going to be good. Yeah.
Tonight.
All right, moving down the line. Let's look at number 6. 6 ways to improve your marriage. This is a love lesson. Argue respectfully. Yeah. Argue respectfully. When angry, it's okay that you get angry, obviously. But you need to treat the other with respect and dignity. Yeah. It has to be with respect and dignity. There's a place where you can communicate that you're really hurt, that you're really angry, and do it in a way that's dignified and that's respectful. Yeah, it's true. Once we get into name calling and we get into you this and you that, and hypercriticism and all kinds of things, and we move out of those dignity and respect, that's when things fall apart. So not only are we dealing with the hurt that happened, but we need to deal with all the new hurts that are happening right now. And we're adding to the pile. And so respect and dignity and treating the other person. Sometimes people think that I'm going to treat you with respect and dignity, and the way I do that is by not saying anything.
That don't work.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Because if your spouse is doing something that bothers you, and you put any 2 people together to live together, they're going to bother each other. There's going to be moments when you step on my toe and you don't even know it, but it really hurts. And if I don't say anything about you stepping on my toe, you're going to continue to do it over and over and over and over again.
That's right.
And then at the 75th time you step on my toe, I go off on you. And you're like, what happened?
Right.
I just step on your toe. Right. I mean, what's the deal? No, it's 75 times. Look, in the Song of Songs, or Songs of Solomon, it says, it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. It's the little things that don't get dealt with that begin to accumulate, and another one and another one and another one, and accumulates, and that begins to spoil the vine or the fabric of the relationship. You need to have a voice, and you need to do it respectfully, and you need to do it with dignity and honor. Look, our culture could learn that right now.
Oh my God, please.
Right?
Don't even go there. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether you're Democrat, Republican, independent,
because a criminal can't vote,
or any of those. It doesn't matter. But we need to learn to honor each other and learn to treat each other with dignity and respect.
Yes.
Look, I learned a long time ago that HollyKem thinks very differently than I do. I'm very A, B, C, D, and she's very circular.
Yep.
And so
take the loop.
Take the loop. I'm like, where did that come from?
Gotta keep listening. It'll come up sooner or later.
And if I try to make sure that she sees the world the way I do, or she does vice versa, not good.
It'd be boring.
It would be boring. It just adds so much more life. So learn dignity and respect. And I think probably I could add to that, learn to honor the other person.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that for me is if you can think of somebody that, you know, you would not dare argue with, in the sense of being, not that you would argue, but you wouldn't be ugly to them. You would be respectful no matter what, even if you disagree, but you would communicate with them, even though you might be a little trembling and you would have to really hold your tongue because you might want to say a bad word or whatever, or, you know, you might want to dismiss them. But that person that you would be most respectful, even though you disagreed, and you would try and you would work really hard on saying that. That's how you have to look at your spouse. And to be able to say, you know, hang in there with me because I'm really angry and I'm going to work on saying it, even though give me mercy and grace if I don't get it right. So we're going to play tennis here. We're going to go back and forth until we get to a point to where you hear what my heart's saying. And then you can respond, because I may not be able to put it into a pretty package right now, but I'm not going to put it into an ugly package.
Yeah, that's good. All right, you ready for number 7?
What you got?
This is going to make it either go viral or banned from the YouTube.
What you got? Oh, I better put my glasses on. I can't see.
Have lots of sex.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Increase connection. It increases connection. It increases happiness.
Yes.
It increases fun.
Yes.
And it increases love.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, sex is the greatest gift that God has given us in a marriage.
Yes.
It's the closest thing to heaven that we experience on this side of heaven.
Yes.
Is a true union between a husband and wife in the sacred bond of their matrimony. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a great gift. And I think that's why the enemy wants to defile it so much, because it is meant to be such a great gift. It's pure, it's holy, yes. It's pleasurable, it's all those things. You know, I can see it right now. You guys that are watching this video, you're about to turn it off, but now, honey, we got this video we got to watch tonight. Let's watch this together. I think this is...
Well, I think too is that what you know, when you have children and when you're married and you love one another, you love in 1,000 ways. I mean, you love by going to work, you love by bringing the paycheck home, you love by gifts, you love by getting the groceries, you love by cleaning the house, you love by washing the clothes, you love 1,000 ways. You know, you love by taking care of yourself, you love by working out, you love a lot of ways. You love by notes, romance, flowers. And this is one way to show love. Sometimes it's more frequent than other times in your life as a married couple, because you may not have as much time. Like if you're Kathleen and Frank and you have 4 babies. So in that,
now you're getting all in their business.
No. But I'm just saying, you got a lot of babies, you know, so sweet. We got new twins. But in that process, because this is not something that can be let go. I mean, Dean and I are both therapists. We've worked with a lot of people over the last 30-something years. And there are people that have let that go, and it's just not a part of their relationship, and they've been married for a long time. And it's very painful for both people. Yeah. Because they want to be desired. Everybody wants to be desired and wanted. So in that process, this is a part of the marriage relationship that you're not supposed to do with anybody else. You can kiss another person. I don't mean like kiss, but you know, you can kiss them on this. You can be their friend. You can share a meal with them. You can serve them. They can serve you. There's so many things, but this is the one thing that is special, that is only for you and your husband. So this is for your spouse, and this is a way to show love. So don't leave this out of your relationship. It's very, very important. And we take it very serious. I mean, you know, it's like, oh, you know, we're gonna talk about the sex. We're not talking about sex. Sex, people know how to have sex. This is about being closer. This is about the bonding. This is about really connecting.
Yeah, that's good. So tell us which tip you're going to practice. Obviously, it's for married couples, this last one.
Yes.
We're recommending.
Yes.
So also, you know, at the end of this video, I'm going to share a link. HollyKem has this 1-minute love tips.
Yes.
So we got plenty more love tips for you, but put these 7 into practice and you will see your relationship improve. I guarantee that will happen. It'll revive your relationship. It'll bring life to it. It will do all kinds of good things. And given the fact that we're moving into, we're in the Valentine season, it's just a couple of weeks away. HollyKem and I had this idea that we're going to share a bonus tip.
Yes.
And the bonus tip is 3 gifts you can give your spouse. Mm-hmm. Now, you women out there, have you ever had a hard time figuring out what gift to give your husband?
You know it.
Or even the guys, what to get the woman. So we thought, I'm going to share 3 gifts that I would like and you can consider for your husband. And then HollyKem's going to do the same for husbands, which you can give your wife. And we'll have some links and we'll make it easy for you. There's Amazon. We'll have some links down in the description that you can actually
just click on
if you're interested in
and
those
if you're
things.
Single, you can buy it for yourself.
You can buy it for yourself. Yes. So just give me a second here. I got to pull this up.
I'm glad you know how to do all this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's been studying because I do not.
So here are the Valentine gifts for him to consider.
What you pick, Tiny?
All right. The first one, look, a Yeti. Mm-hmm. Now, as simple as that is, I have this Yeti tumbler. I got one right here. I know we're on, but I'm only in the corner. But a Yeti tumbler. My son gave me that for Christmas.
Yes.
And I've used it every day since then. It's probably been a couple of years.
Yes. And then he gave you the coffee one.
And the coffee one too.
And then you gave me a coffee one.
I love it. It's a practical gift. And do you know what's amazing to me is I go to bed and I wake up in the morning and have a sip of water and it's still got ice in it. I mean, all night. The ice was preserved. So that was the first gift you can get for him. The second one is this.
Oh, you light's got one on right now.
This is a button-down cashmere.
It's a zipper one. Huh?
Full zip sweater. But any cashmere sweater. Look.
That's a nice one, honey. I might have to get you that.
I like that one.
I think I will.
So
what color you want, baby? Blue?
Probably blue.
Okay.
The cashmere sweater is so comfortable. The first time I was given a cashmere sweater, I put this on and I said, I'm never going to take it off.
He has more cashmere sweaters than I do. I think I have one. How many you have?
Probably about 10.
About 10.
I mean, it's so comfortable. So that's a gift I know every man will love because not only does it look good, but it feels good. It's just awesome.
He loves them.
And the third gift you can consider giving to him for Valentine's or birthday or whatever is, look, a power drill.
You gonna fix it? You gonna fix something if I get you that?
Look, I'm not a carpenter. I'm not really good at being a carpenter. But when I have to screw something in, I did a curtain rod the other day.
Because it was falling off the wall.
It was falling off the wall that I put it in the wall, and it was falling off.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to have this electrical thing than turning the screwdriver. And I love it. They're portable. They have a lot of attachments. You can do a lot of different things with them. And it's just a very practical, wonderful gift that I like. So those are 3 ideas. And like I said, we'll have 3 links down in the description if you're interested in getting something from Amazon for your spouse. And here's the ones that HollyKem picked.
Yes.
Gifts you can get for her. The first one is...
Oh, yeah. It's a perfume. And it's by Nest. And Nest has a bunch of different ones. This is one of their it's really good. I had gotten one that has like all the different ones a couple of years ago. And this one smells divine. I mean, it is very romantic. I love it. Yes. What else did I pick? Oh, yes. Okay. Barefoot Dreams. I don't know if you know about Barefoot Dreams, but I have a Barefoot Dreams blanket right here.
That's comfortable.
Oh my God. We all got one for Christmas. Okay. Even my man got one.
Yeah.
But I picked the pajamas, the nightgown. It's a sexy long summer nightgown for number 7, but it is beautiful. And I don't have a nightgown, but I do have lots of Barefoot Dreams. Like you have cashmeres. I got Barefoot Dreams clothes.
She loves Barefoot Dreams.
Barefoot
So
Dreams.
Guys, remember that.
Yeah,
Barefoot Dreams. Write it down.
Barefoot Dreams. At first she may be like, oh, what's this? If she doesn't know what it is. But I'm gonna promise you, after she puts that thing on, she's gonna be very happy. And then a robe. Oh my God, I went for it. The robe. The robe is, I would love that robe, okay? Like you would love that other thing. However, this robe, I don't have a Barefoot Dreams robe, but I do have some cardigans that I use as robes. This thing would be divine, okay? Barefoot Dreams, I'm telling you, that's like wrapping yourself in a blanket. So these you cannot go wrong with for your loved one. So and if you're single, buy for yourself. You'll smell good, feel good, and be excited.
Yes.
And they have different colors too.
Yeah. So there you go. Yes. We just did your shopping for you.
Well, when we deal with clients, they're always like, gifts become an issue, and so this is an easy way to honor one another and, show their love.
And the simplicity is terms of love lessons. The easiest way to increase love in your relationship is to give.
Yes.
To give yourself, to give gifts, to give compliments, to give affirmation, to give your time, all those things. So become a good giver.
Be a good giver, which is a great lover.
Yeah. So be sure to check out the love tips, the 1-minute love tips that HollyKem and I, mostly HollyKem, have put up. And thank you for joining us today. And what do we say?
Have a voice.
Have a voice.